Hello and welcome back to the studio. Yeah. What's going on? I just finished filming last week's episode. So I'm still technically running the same thing, I just changed this. And if you guys have been here since season 1, you recognize this. But yeah, hair, no makeup, still the same. But in case you still wanted to see, I'm wearing this cute little croppy toppy with leggings, obviously. But yeah. And then that white halter. I just have this. Hee hee. Hee hee. Ha. Okay. Let's get started. Oh, what's up? Oh, what's going on? Welcome back, baby. My little chicken nuggies. I missed you guys. Even though I just literally recorded an episode 20 seconds before this, I still missed you. You know? Also, I don't know if you guys know this, but you can literally text me now. Like, legitimately. Anonymously. Text me. Isn't that cool? It's literally the first link in the description. So check it out. Check it out. Text me. It goes to my my podcast host, which is Buzzsprout. And then, yeah. I just see where you're texting from, like your location. Not your pinned location, just your city, your country. And, yeah. It's anonymous. I don't know who you are. So send me anything. Send me questions. Send me your deepest, darkest secrets. Anything I get, I will just answer here on the podcast. Unless you texted from the VIP section, then just write in brackets VIP, and I'll respond only in the VIP section. Obviously. I'm not trying to air out anything that happens in the VIP section, because that is VIP only, Bo. Duh. Anyways, yeah. I just kind of wanted to sit here, have a nice little chat with you guys. Let me get a little comfy. That's how you know I'm into it. That's how you know I'm like getting deep in the episode, is when I get comfy. And by deep, I mean like lost in the sauce is when I get comfy. And comfortable. Comfy and comfortable are the exact same thing. It's okay. It's okay. Tina's on a learning journey. Yeah, I wanted to talk about the things that happen when you finally choose yourself, because self-love, I find, can be very glorified. And hey, I am not telling you not to love yourself, because I would not be me if I did that. That goes against my brand, my values, like the core of who I am. I think self-love is what everyone should be working towards at every point in their lives. It's a journey that literally never ends. But yeah, love yourself. But we don't really talk about what happens when you do. What happens when you do start choosing yourself. You know, they do say, like, once you climb the ladder, people usually tend to fall out, right? Usually some people perceive that as the ladder of success. But personal growth is success. It's success that's just so deeply embedded in your heart and your soul. Like, other people honestly do kind of pick up on it, because you start to set certain boundaries. You start to show up for yourself in different ways that you never used to before. So it does alarm some people, especially anyone who's shall I say, not the greatest for you, you know? Um, and I guess that's the part that sucks the most is the people who you thought would be by your side no matter what, the people who you thought would be cheering you on aren't anymore because you have surpassed them in a way. Whatever area of your life you have surpassed, but especially when it comes with like inner growth, it's a little devastating, to be honest, because your circle gets smaller. You don't really know who to trust anymore. You kind of lose that sense in yourself too. That's also part of the journey. You don't like really trust your instincts. But then you learn that you should because it's brought you this far. So, if you've achieved this level of growth, then you're doing something right. So, yeah, it's all a part of the journey, but it can be really lonely sometimes. And I know I talk about loneliness all the time because, like, a bitch is notoriously lonely. Way now, time to talk about something else. But the great thing is that, like, obviously you get to meet people and you recognize that certain growth in other people. So you're just like, ooh, like, yeah, you get really excited and you form really beautiful bonds. But we're going to talk about the negatives, okay? Not the positives, because there's a lot of positives to growth, right? To self-love. But yeah, like, you know when you like really like someone and you think they're also on a very similar journey, but then the longer you are with them, you realize that they're just an energy vampire, really. Like, they just suck every last inch of your energy just to fuel them up. Being around you makes them feel good. It gives them a sense of validation, and that's not really essentially your job. You're allowed to shine without other people just pulling in that energy constantly from you, you know. It's sad because, and then you realize that, like, oh, this person isn't on the same journey as I am. Like, they have a very malicious intent towards it. And then you have to, like, break up with them. Or you have to let them go. I mean, same thing, really. And that's hard, you know, especially if you have things tied down to that person. I, like, obviously don't. Like, there's nothing to lose for me. And I'm a water sign. I'll cut off anyone at any time. Like, don't try me. I have scissors in my back pockets. I am all about my boundaries. Do not overstep them. It's as easy and simple as that. But that wasn't always the case, you know. I've always been a very people-pleasing type of person, so I never wanted to set up boundaries so that I would lose someone. But really, setting up boundaries makes people respect you and want to be around you and want to have you as company, you know. But sometimes it attracts the wrong type of crowd when you're too light, you know, when it's like moths to a flame. But yeah, it's really hard to find other people who also are on that same level. Like, it's kind of rare. There's a reason why it's only like 2%, 1% of the population. Because it's rare. Like, most people are on autopilot. Most people aren't aware. Most people don't care. So, it can be very lonely. But I guess that's just the price you pay for ultimate fulfillment. And I say that with a question mark because, you know, No, I honestly wouldn't trade my mindset for anything. I think what I've cultivated in my own heart, in my own brain, is absolutely wonderful. Like the way that I talk to myself. Obviously, it did not take an overnight like type of trip. Like, no. This is years and years and years of reprogramming myself to talk to myself in a very compassionate way. And it's possibly the reason why I've been able to get over such terrible things that have happened in my life. Like recently there was this girl that I was like having a conversation with, and she's a very like woe is me type of person. Like everything is against her. The whole world is against her. Everything bad happens to her. And like, sure, yeah, you can be in that mindset. Or you can choose to see it as lessons and grow from it. But obviously nobody really, like, that's not the default mode that we go towards, you know? Like, that's not human default mode. Our default mode is to criticize, is to be judgmental. So, changing that actually takes reprogramming. So, yeah, she was just complaining about how her life has been, and she's like, yeah, like, I forget exactly what she said, but basically around these lines, and she goes, like, this is technically why she's a horrible person, is because horrible things have happened to her, so she needs to act a certain way towards other people, because she's been so hurt in life. And honestly, that's fucking pathetic. Genuinely pathetic. Because anyone who's really been through some shit knows it's actually the complete opposite. You have reached such a shitty and low point in your life where you're just like, why the fuck am I gonna stay here? Why the fuck am I gonna treat other people like this? Absolutely not. I want to contribute to society in a positive manner. I'm not gonna treat them like they treated me. Like, how conducive is that? Clearly, that is the word of the month. Conducive. I don't know where it's coming from, and I keep using it a lot. Anyways, moving on. Word of the month on Hire Me. But yeah, no, like, why would you go out of your way to make someone else feel like shit because you're in a shitty mood? Obviously, you have not tapped into that part of your brain yet, or have gone through enough shitty things to realize that. Because no. But I also do think it is a conscious choice. Like, you can either become the villain or the hero of your story. And it is completely up to you which one you want to be. One is a lot more productive for yourself and humanity, and the other one just keeps you in a rut. Like, the way you perceive your life is the way that your life will continue to be. So if you perceive it as something like very magical, very mystical, honestly, same word. Clearly y'all know that unicorns and rainbows live up here on my brain, but yeah, I mean, that's how I choose to see the world. Not obviously every day it happens, but if something bad does happen, I always think, you know what, that is out of my control. I cannot control that. If it's meant to be, it will be. What can I do in this certain situation that can make myself feel better? Oh, reading a nice book? Cool. Oh, watching this cool new show on Netflix? Cool. Oh, hanging out with a friend? Going to see like the sunset? Cool. Yeah. Do that, you know? Like, why am I gonna sit there and be like, oh my god, my life is so shitty. Let me make other people feel like shit. Like, oh my god, I'm feeling so insecure about myself today. I'm gonna make fun of every single person that I come across. Absolutely not. No. I'm gonna look at myself in the mirror and I'm gonna be like, you know what? I think I need to give myself a little bit of extra love today. I'm not feeling the greatest. Feeling a little heavy. Been eating too much McDonald's. And Wendy's, fuck, I love Wendy's. And, you know, you just gotta look yourself in the mirror and be like, oh, you cute, boo. You so fucking cute. It's as simple as that. And you gotta believe it. And obviously it takes time. Now I look at myself and I'm like, you're so cute. And I'm like, yeah, I am. But in the beginning, no, it wasn't that easy. Absolutely not. I thought I was an idiot every time I looked in the mirror and tried to give myself a compliment after feeling like absolute shit. Guys, I grew up calling myself a hippo zebra that will never get love. Like, imagine a 12-year-old just looking at herself and calling herself that. Like, that's just so sad. That shit is so fucking sad. But it's okay. Like, I have learned that you don't talk to yourself like that anymore, because that does not make me feel good. You just have to be nice, be compassionate. You know, like, it's about choosing the right thing to do at the end of the day. And I know it's like, what is right? What is wrong? What is right is what feels good. And that is always a choice. So, like, yeah, shitty things are going to happen to you. Shitty people are going to come into your life. But always choosing yourself. Always choosing to come back to you. Always choosing to be compassionate with yourself. Very loving towards other people. Even the people who have hurt you. And just sending them love from afar. Like, just setting those certain boundaries. And just loving them from afar. Like, and also once you've reached a certain level of like self-awareness, self-respect, you learn to look at those people and not that you feel bad for them. I'm not gonna lie. You feel kind of bad for them. It's just like there's this person. Honestly, same person. You can tell that they're very, very, very insecure about themselves because I could make a comment, a mere comment about what they look like or what they have on, and it's not a negative comment at all. Like, it's literally just pointing out an obvious statement. Like, oh, cute jeans, or, oh, you have a fluff on your shoulder. Let me take that off for you. And that person sees that as something like terrible about them because that's how they see themselves. So obviously they're going to take in your comments and be like, oh my God, like whatever goes on through their head. Who the fuck knows? Who the fuck cares at the end of the day? But that person loves to try to tear me down. The key word here is try. You could try, babes. You're honestly talking to yourself. You're projecting. And it's hilarious. For everyone but you. Like, I'm sure it's making you feel a little bit better about yourself in the moment. But then I know you're going to go home and cry and hate yourself because that's what you chose. Because if someone who truly loved themselves and chose themselves and respected themselves, they would never actually tear someone else down to make themselves feel better. They would never actually go out of their way to hurt you. So sometimes just letting that person be, sometimes you can't get away from that person. Sometimes life brings you to that circumstance for you to learn and just observe. And obviously keep that person at a safe distance. Because I truly do believe, keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. I didn't understand that term when I was younger, but now I truly do. Now that like I've genuinely cultivated this self-respect and self-worth within myself, I'm like, oh my God, I get it. In order for you to have like a happy, healthy environment, you have to also feed these people your energy sometimes. But you want to keep them at a certain length. Like, you don't feed them too much, but enough to keep them happy to not create chaos with you. because their inner world is just chaotic and yours is absolutely not. And obviously they're triggered by that. So you just have to kind of like, it's kind of like a vicious dog, you know, like keep them happy, keep them well fed, go on walks. But like, I need my space. I need you to not bite me in the fucking face. And you do that by setting boundaries, by having that self-respect. So, yeah, it's a wonderful thing to love yourself, but also the reality of it is that you're surrounded by a lot of people who are not in love with themselves, who are not fulfilled. And listen, I may be in love with myself, and it may have taken me many, many, many years to get here. But I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, right, because I was talking about unfulfilled. I am not always fulfilled 100%, you know? Like, I find different ways to distract myself, to numb myself. You know, well, not anymore. We're getting better. But, yeah, it's all just a journey. And if you compare your journey to mine, where it is right now, and you're nowhere near here, or you're far beyond me, congratulations, wherever you are on the spectrum, because it takes courage to do so. It's not easy. It's not the easy way out, you know? It's literally the hardest way. It's not easy to look like a fucking fool. It's not easy to take compliments. I mean, not compliments, to take criticism and not say anything back. It's not. But each day gets easier. Each day you cultivate such a wonderful relationship with yourself that it makes it all worth it. Because nobody can break that bond that you have with yourself. Just like you create a beautiful bond with another human being that feels unbreakable, it's the same exact thing when you pour that energy back into yourself. Like, nobody can break that shit. That's why I say people can try to make me feel like shit. Good luck. Y'all have not met younger Tina. The way that she talked to herself, that was a bully. The way that other people talked to her, they were bullies. And that's how she learned how to talk to herself. Obviously, the world is not beautiful rainbows, sunshine. Unfortunately. The reality is, it's not. But if your inner world is, nothing will get you down. And if it does, you're just gonna get right back up. You're just gonna shake it the fuck off and be like, you know what? Whatever. That sucks, but we've got a second day. We've got another day. It's really as simple as that. So yeah. Also, side note, feels really good to be back. I haven't felt this type of, like, in my Tina motivation era in a while, you know, like I kind of lost her there for a bit, and because I was just numbing myself with my addiction, as you guys know. So, feels good to be back in this power, you know. I like this. Like, this is why I started this podcast. So I can inspire other people, talk about the truths of life and how to overcome certain things. Like, we're doing this together, baby. So, like, it's fun. This is great. This is a great episode. I'm loving it so far. I hope you guys are enjoying it too. But, yeah. This is it, guys. Again, shorter episodes. Let me know if you guys like these or not. Text me. You already know where to go. Beep, 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 beep. Tina. Just talk to me, guys. I don't pick up my friends' phone calls, but I'll pick up your calls. Just kidding. Don't call me. That stresses me out. And the thing is, like, what I do for work, like, I have to be on the phone a lot for many, many, many years. Like, my customer service voice, beautiful, amazing. Thank you for calling Hire Me. Tina speaking. How can I help you? Yeah, bitch. She's there. But, like, I've mentally prepared myself, you know? Like, it's like, oh, work mode. Got it. But, like, if you're just gonna call me, don't call me. Don't call me. And even text, like, I have issues. Okay, you know what? We're not perfect here, okay? We're not. We may have a beautiful, wonderful inner life, inner world, but outer world, we're still working on it, okay? One step at a time, baby. Anyways, love you guys. Thank you for listening. I hope I've inspired you that even though there are energy vampires in this world, you do not have to be one of them. You do not have to give that type of energy to them. Remember, set boundaries, love yourself, and be a bad bitch. And that's what I'm going to leave it at. I love you guys. Thank you for listening. I'll catch you guys next time. Here's your kiss. Mwah, mwah, and mwah. Ciao, ciao. Love it. Yes. Okay. Let me, like, not break my mic. Love you guys. Oh, right, this isn't like the way people do it anymore. Am I old for doing this? I definitely am. How do people do it now? Whatever. I'm too old for this shit. Let me pull up my pants. Okay, let me, like, not flash you guys. Like... Alright, I love you guys. Thanks for watching today's episode. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Because I've got new videos every week. Every Tuesday. Baby, take a kiss where you want it. That was an aggressive kiss. Set your boundaries, babe. Tell me to back the beep up. I'm sorry, would you like your kiss now? Another kiss. Much better, right? Anyways, I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Ciao, ciao. Bye-bye.